Hello fish fools, Jeff here. So this is one of my 40-gallon community tanks, and I just added some new fish removed from quarantine. That's one of them right here. That is a Florida Flagfish, or an American Flagfish. So these are known to be algae eaters. This will be my first time keeping them. I have a pair. This is the bigger one, I believe is a female, and there's a male in here, and as that's a good sign right there. It looks like it's nibbling off the plant there. So there's a lot of blackbeard algae in this tank, and I'm hoping the flagfish will eat that. It's like over here, it's all blackbeard algae. Over here, back up there, and Java moss. I've been pulling out a lot of it, but whatever's in here. So we'll see. I'm hoping it will clean up some of this blackbeard algae. Not too long ago I added Siamese algae eaters in here, and I just saw one. I did a water change earlier. Okay, right there, that should be the male, the smaller flagfish right there. Yeah, I added Siamese algae eaters in here a while back, figuring they would eat the blackbeard algae, and they have in the past when I have moved them into other tanks, but for whatever reason they did not in here. You know, well, back in a video I mentioned that, you know, speculating as to why, mentioning, oh, maybe they died because I don't see them very often, but they're still in here. I saw one when I did a water change earlier, with as dense as it is in here with all this Java moss. They mostly are hidden away in here, but every once in a while I'll see them up in front, but they're not eating the algae, unless there's just so much of it in whatever I don't see in the back, and they just don't get it here in the front. But yeah, so giving the Siamese the Florida Flagfish a try. They're pretty cool looking fish anyway, so it'll be, whether they do eat the algae or not, it'll be a nice addition to the community tank. And I also had some guppies in the quarantine tank, and the male red platy, which is in the back there. With the guppies, I moved 3 female guppies that have lyre tail genes. They've been in my quarantine tank for a while. I moved some in here, and also some in there. That's my other planted 40-gallon community tank right next to it. And I'll give an update of this tank, a thorough update at some point. And there's a Panagara. So Panagara are known to be algae eaters, but more, they're a sucker mouth catfish that will be more so, will eat diatom algae along with autosynclus. I have some autosynclus in here. There's one right there. And as I was doing the water change, just shaking up, pulling out some more Java moss, there's a lot of fry in here. A lot of babies shaking up and come out. I saw some really, really tiny ones that would have just been born, like a day old. One would be back hidden away in the vegetation. And also, There's a Julii corridor right there. I did see 6 of them all together earlier, so I knew I had 3 adults, and I knew they had some babies in here when they were smaller and first appeared, but then as I was doing the water change, so I saw 6 altogether, 3 bigger adults and 3 smaller ones like that. So I know they had at least 3, and maybe there's more. There's a male flagfish. Yeah, so I've never seen the corridors spawn in here, or I never saw the eggs, but with all the thick vegetation, there's a smaller Julii corridor, and there's one of the bigger ones. Yeah, pretty cool that they're breeding in here. And I just had, like some of my other tanks, I have other types of corridors, and most recently my 6-foot 84-gallon tank, my emerald green corridors were breeding. I caught them breeding, and they collected some eggs and put them in a breeder box, and most recently, just today, some of the eggs hatched and fry hatched out. So in my next video I'll show an update of those, where they were little tiny specks, but it's pretty cool. But again, yeah, pretty cool that they were able to breed in here and avoid predation. I mean, there's lots of places to hide, but yeah, just doing it in a community tank with no intervening. Yeah, lots of cool live bearers. So the plain red platy right here. And I was up in front, so I wanted to get some more genes into the mix. A lot of them these are descendants of red-tailed Dalmatian platies. And I had some swordtails recently. While I was doing the water change, I did not see any shrimp. There's the fruit-flavored mutt guppy. That's the one I showcased in my previous video. Really awesome looking. Yeah, I didn't see any shrimp. There was a time when there was an abundance of shrimp in here, Neocaridina shrimp, but along the way, that population just went extinct somehow for whatever reason. I've since added a few more when I did a water change in another tank and cleaned out the filter, and found little shrimp that were caught in it, and I just tossed them in here. There's the flagfish. Cool Endler, lime green Endler traits on that one. Yeah, not seeing any shrimp. There could be some in here, but I'm gonna try to add some more to get a population going. All right, well, that's it for now. And remember, I'm Jeff, and I enjoy fishies. Thanks for watching.